I'm Mickey, and I'm an instructor here at Mainstay, and we're going to do a demonstration for an emergency dismount. So in the case of an emergency that might happen, either severe weather, another rider in the arena falls off, or any kind of other emergency that might happen, ideally the instructor will be the one to come over and perform an emergency dismount in a perfect world. However, the sidewalkers or other volunteers that are available may be required to perform an emergency dismount. And I'll talk through the emergency dismount first and then demonstrate how to do it. So for the emergency dismount, we'd come over and we'd have your leader immediately stop the horse if they're connected. If they're independent, we'll have the rider stop the horse, then have the leader clip up. The leader in this situation is in charge of the horse unless it's an absolutely dire emergency and the leader is the only volunteer available to do an emergency dismount. So we'll have the rider drop their reins, and then what I'm going to do is come up underneath my rider's shoulder or armpit, and I'm going to block their shoulder with my arm. Notice how I'm not actually grabbing onto my rider, but I'm providing that support right here at their shoulder. And then I will take the rider and pull them towards me and guide them to the ground. In this situation, after the rider is dismounted, we'll have the leader back the horse away from the rider and the instructor and any other volunteers that may be around so that the horse is not a hazard to what's happening. The leader will then take the horse away from the situation. If you're the leader of a horse that is fine but the rider hasn't fallen off, the leader will go over and immediately connect to the rider, or to the horse and the rider will also emergency dismount. All right, so now I'm going to perform our emergency dismount, and we've got Belinda, our leader, and Leanne's our demo rider, and our horse is a little rusty. All right, so Belinda, you can whoa your horse. Leanne, you can drop your reins, and then come up underneath Leanne and pull her towards me. Excellent. Belinda's backing away the horse. And there we go. I will say that in the event of a seizure for a rider, it's a little bit of a different situation, and that will leave the rider on the horse, provided the horse is tolerating the seizure, and your instructor will give more instructions after that. So that's our emergency demo.